Hey everyone, it is your favorite hostesses with the mostesses, Marcus and
Karmea Wells, the unorthodox Southern Belle.
you all are in for an absolute treat. We have this super fragilistic expialidocious man of the hour. You all have seen him, you know him, you love him. If you have not seen his commercials, I don't know where you've been. I have grown up to this man, really changing the game. And I was probably like 7, 6 when I first started seeing his commercials. But he was so enthusiastic. The jackets were so incredible. I wanted to drive up to DC. I ain't even had a car. I grew up in the Caribbean, y'all. Karmea, what do you think? What do you feel about our guest today?
I think this is going to be an amazing interview. Give us a lot of information, and we're going to be entertained as well. This is going to be lovely, y'all.
This is dope. Coming to the stage, this incredible gentleman, Mr. Matthew Lesko. This man has been changing the business industry, helping people figure out how to brand themselves, how to figure out who they are, and develop businesses and get free money from the government. That's why you heard it, free money from the government. If you have no idea what we're talking about today, here is a short clip of this powerhouse speaker that we had to steal from the archives today.
Do you know that Nike shoes, Apple computers, use government money programs to help make their millions, and you can too? I'm Matthew Lesko. Well, my new book shows you 15,000 programs you could use to change your life.
I got $25,000 from the federal government.
I got $30,000 from the government.
But I was able to get monies to buy equipment for my business and also a microloan.
Now here's your chance to get the government to pay for it. So call me. You have nothing to lose and a whole new life to gain.
Help us welcome to this stage the incredible Matthew Lesko.
Hi, who's that guy with the dark hair that was running around?
It was you, sir.
Where'd you find that?
I told you I had to dig in the archives to get it.
Wow.
Sir, you have been helping people for a really long time. Save money, make money, and get free money from the government. Sir, I want to ask, first and foremost, when did you discover your superpower? When did you know that you had a gift of giving?
I'm still looking. Well, we all have superpowers, and that's what's unique, and that's what's great about humanity. The problem is we're trying to be somebody else's superpowers and not our own. So I found mine because I failed at trying to be everybody else's. and that's what it is. It's how do you find out your own superpower? We all have it. We're all unique. We're all artists in some way, but I always envied artists because they could dance or sing or whatever. It had a God-given gift, and I didn't have any of that shit, I had to go out and do like normal stuff. And thank God all that failed, because then I found I was doing things that I was trained or taught or educated to do, and I wasn't having fun. And we were failing at them too, So that seemed like to be a crazy thing. Why am I not having fun? I'm failing. And I'm doing these things thinking someday, I'm going to have all this money and have all this fun and everything. And none of that seemed to be happening. So then I said, I got to flip this around. Not do something I hate for 10 years to have fun. Have fun because I don't know if that's going to happen. And it looked like it probably won't if I failed at it twice. So you have fun today. You got to pay bills and stuff like that. But you start having fun today, because when you start having fun, I feel that's when you find out what's special about you. Because we all have something special but it's not encouraged. I mean, in school, I was always thrown out of school all the time because I was having fun. And it didn't fit into their program. So they would throw me out all the time. And then when I started having fun, and then that was when, as an adult, they don't throw you out of class. You attract a different person that likes who you are. If you're trying to be someone else, it doesn't sit in well. It won't last long. And I think that's same with personal relationships, that we're all trying to be something we're not. That doesn't sit in well.
That makes sense. And so you go ahead, Karmea. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was definitely going to ask, how did you come about, figuring out that this was your niche, helping people to access funds from the government?
Stumbling. I think anything that you find that is works for you very well, you stumble into it. You don't do a spreadsheet. I'm going to do this and be a gazillionaire. No, you do a whole bunch of shit that you thought that would happen and won't. But if you're there with your heart, in other words, you want to do something and you think this is what it is. If the bigger mission is in what you want to do, then you'll stay there till you figure it out. If you're doing something that, I'm going to make $1 million doing this and it doesn't, and you follow somebody's step-by-step procedure to do that, well, they're going to fail. I mean, a whole bunch of those steps aren't going to work for you. And what happens is if you're not in an area that you really want to be in and really want to do, when you hit those roadblocks, because everything you do, life is a pain in the ass. Everything you do is going to be a problem and it's going to be trouble and whatever. So if you're not where you want to be, you won't figure that out. And you'll stop and try another path. And then there'll be a roadblock there. Then you'll try another path, and you'll keep trying to get over these roadblocks, and you won't have the courage or strength to get over them because you really don't want to be there. You're there because maybe it'll be very successful and not for the right reasons. So that's why I think your heart is smarter than your brain. So if you're doing something from your heart, you're going to hang in there and figure it out when all the shit happens, because it's going to happen. But if your heart's...
The audience likes that.
Now, where do you fit all those people?
They're there. It's in the metaverse. Is that why you're wearing it today? But now more today, 40 plus years and going, you now wear hearts.
Absolutely. I got hearts in here somewhere. I got hearts and question marks.
What made you brand yourself with the question marks and then transition to hearts today? Can you speak on that?
I got an MBA in computers, management information system, which was trying to get information to top management to make important decisions. And my theory was you can make the right decisions if you get the right information. Now, this is back in the 70s, so this is before computers. So you had to go to the library to find out any shit. So I was trying to start a service for Fortune 500 companies to find information they needed to make decisions and about what's going on outside the world. See, before the 70s and the oil embargo has really brought all of commerce to its knees because some little country across the world raised the price of gas and we were screwed.
Right.
And so that affected businesses more than anything else. So I was trying to set up things for corporations so they could monitor that information, but they didn't get it. They didn't get. So then I do research. I forget your goddamn question.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
This happens at 81 years old. Now, wait a minute. I think it dropped out of my head. It's back there too. I've got a whole style of a bunch of words sitting back there.
You look good. You look good for 81 years, and you have the energy and the stamina that is still paramount today, and it shows in all your work. And it shows in when, like I said, your enthusiasm. There are videos of you. I remember chasing government officials, and just to have that kind of energy and enthusiasm. But it was a whole brand you was building, right? You spoke at Harvard Business School,
right?
And taught branding,
right?
And so, how was that? How did you get picked up for that?
It was a 3-word answer. I'm having fun.
You were having fun getting
and
selected.
That's what it is. everybody thought I had this big marketing agency, discover this brand. No, I mean, this is living inside out, man. And that's the best we got to give. Anything from inside you is the best you have, and that's what you have to share. It's not going to be, no matter what you do, it's not going to please everybody anyway. So if you don't give your heart, then you can't stand by it. You can't get through the bad stuff. You can't, really grow at all because it's not you. And that's why, to me, this stuff is me inside. So if you like this, I'm going to like you. If you don't, if you think I'm an asshole, we're saving each other lots of time because I am. If I wear this, people think I am, and that's fine. There's room for everybody, just not near me.
But if they love it, then they're with you.
And that's the thing, that they wouldn't know if I was in a blue Armani suit or something. They probably want to borrow money from me or something like that. Yeah. The only reason they're nice to me. But no, I mean, this is me inside. So if you like this, I could love you a lot easier than anything else, because we got something in common, and it's hard. I mean, now I don't know about you as a guy, but I'm 80 years old. I mean, men in my generation, we didn't even say love. I mean, unless you married them.
Even that's a question mark.
Right. And so that was it. But now I even practice saying it, because I see it opens my heart just by saying it. And that's just in the last few years. It was difficult for me. Nice people who, my parents and everything, but nobody said love. I don't know. Now that's the 50s and 60s, so that's a different era, and especially men. And now at 80 or so, I'm trying to find out what can I get better at. And to me, okay, I can't run faster. I can't get stronger. I can't get smarter. All that shit's going downhill. And that's nature. But what I can do and fight nature with is grow my heart. I could love harder. See, and that's what you could do for the rest of your life, is make that harder and growing your heart. And that's why even the service now we have is that we just love each other, help each other. That's what it is. It's a community that helps each other. And, because that's what I want to do. That's what makes me feel best. That's what makes me grow, is only by helping somebody. I don't worry about paying rent anymore, so that's different. You have to worry about that stuff first. Now it's just, how much can I help before I die? And only that, because I was fortunate enough to learn all this stuff, and I see how it helps people. So God, if I have that, if I cured cancer, I'm going to cure as much cancer as I can. So I found something like this. So if that, I feel there's nothing better I should be doing than to educate people more about this, because these are tools for everybody who lives in this country, and the fat cats use them, man. Okay, Trump, you read about it now. Look, I'm just reading the people who support him. Like the fat cats are supporting him because they want inside. They know government is the best place for money, to get money. And so I was just putting together a listing here. I was going to do something soon, like America. No, that's not it. I might show it though. Okay, we're number one in the country in the world of creating millionaires. So per capita, millionaires per capita, we create more millionaires and billionaires than anyone else in the world. Okay, now, but we're only number 2 in creating poor people. We got to get up there, number 1, man. We could be number 1, I'm sure.
Not at number 2, not at poor people though.
I know that's a joke.
Yeah.
But we are. I mean, this is, you go to OECD, the international studies, that there are more poor people in this country per capita than any other country, developed country. No, not the whole world. So we're only talking about developed country, which is about 30 countries or so, 33, something like that. The only country that's developed countries that's creating more poor people is Costa Rica. So we create more poor people than any other developed country except Costa Rica. And to me, that is probably immoral, but I'm not a philosopher. Right? I wouldn't know.
Economist. I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
That's why I think, boy, okay, we want to be number one in anything. Well, God, we're only number two. Let's get out there and get more poor people. So we're number one.
Oh my God. Mr. Lesko, I wanted to ask how did you get access to the secrets of accessing government funding? Because I feel like that should have been under lock and key, deadbolt and chain. How did you gain access to all this all this free money that people can use to start businesses, fund their businesses, and build businesses?
It's open to anyone. That's what shocked me when I first started doing this and helping Fortune 500 companies. And I'd go around Washington, D.C. and talk to all these bureaucrats. Boy, I could just walk right in, make an appointment with these people and talk to them. They give me all this stuff. And this schmuck like me from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, who's the grandson of a coal miner, an immigrant coal miner from Czechoslovakia. Yeah, I didn't know I could do this, or that was available. I thought it was magic, like you're saying, for somebody else and rich people. No. Well, so if a schmuck like me could walk in and get any of this, anybody can. My first New York Times bestseller was a book I copied word for word from the government. I just printed in the government printing office called the Catalog of Federal Domestic Assistance. And I just took that sucker and cut and pasted it, sent it to a publisher in New York. It became a New York Times bestseller. I didn't write a lick. I flunked English in college. Man, I tried to find that English teacher. I told her it didn't matter. and that's what this is, our country. And the rich people, the people find out, they hijack it and try to make it magic. It's not. You're just looking in the wrong places is what it boils down to. Because what happens, could I show you another graph? Here's my expensive graphs here. What we're made up of in this country is 66% is capitalism and 33% is community. So we run on capitalism. That's a good deal. I like it and everything like that. But you have to pay. Everything in capitalism is to get help or anything you have to pay. Now we have another part of our society that is community, that gives money, that gives services, and you don't have to pay. And that's nonprofit organizations, churches, government offices. All those people don't charge anything. Well, they get money from us, but a different way. And their service is to give you money and services. So that's a third. But what we concentrate on is the 66%. And that's what we teach people about. So people can keep making money from it. But now we have so many poor people, they don't have money.
True.
And it's getting worse. So what do we do with that? So people have to learn this 33% and learn how to take advantage of this that is there. But they don't advertise. They're not in Google. Google to me is the kiss of death. If you're trying to do something and you don't have money. If you have money, great. You go there, spend your heart out.
So you don't recommend for looking for the free money on Google?
Absolutely not.
Really?
Because you'll never find it. Yeah. I mean, you put in right now, are you online or anything? You put in rent grants. Yeah.
Oh, so basically you're saying that it's not a good tool to use when finding something. It's not going to be in plain sight. You're going to have to basically go digging and researching to get what you need.
But there are tools out there that you don't have to give me money for. Are you online? You could do this. We could do a little example. I'll show you.
I am online.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Okay. Now, let's say you're interested in business. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's start with
share screen here.
I tell you what, we're probably going to get more people. Let's put living expenses. We're worried about.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay, that's the living expenses. Okay, don't get out of Google. Don't. But your URL, put find FINDHELP.org. Findhelp.org. Now, the key is you only want to look for .org or .gov. Org is nonprofit, so they give money. Gov doesn't ask for money except taxes, so they give money. They're the only websites you want to deal with. Everybody else has to get your money, okay? The .com. So you don't want to do that if you don't. If you have money, that go knock yourself out. But if you don't, you want to do it. Okay, see a zip code there? Put in your zip code. Who's going to do that? Where is that? That's in Virginia?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You put in on the top search, put rent. How many sources you have there? A bunch. 56. See that?
56 sources came up.
So these are 56 nonprofit organizations and government offices that help people with rent.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? I know. I this is what keeps me up in the morning. People don't know this. And what they'll do, if they think that's there, they'll go to Google and find one source, and the source says we're out of money or whatever, and they're not eligible. But there's 55 other places. You know, it's like getting a job and going to one office and they say, oh, we're not hiring. Oh, I told you there are no jobs out there. And you can't act that way.
So people can use this for jobs as well?
Absolutely. Actually, I tell you what.
Versus Monster.com or Indeeds or anything?
Right. Well, that's job. To me, what this is, though, well, that's to get a job. That doesn't cost you money to get a job. Well, actually, here, it can. So this is great for jobs because here, you go back so you get out of this search results. Yeah. Okay. Go. Okay, that's your zip code. Put in the zip code, put search. Now, what people need to get more money on a job, to me, is job training. And job training is available. That's all paid for. Some of them even give you money. You can now make $40,000 a year with no college degree to train for a $100,000 a year job. Okay. I see you.
145.
Right. What did you put in there? Job training?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see what I mean? There's 145 nonprofit organizations that help you get a higher paying job.
Bookmark this.
I know it is. And what do we know? You know, we go to Google and everybody wants money. I don't have money, so I'm screwed. No, you're not. And then why aren't you? Because people aren't taught this. Because they don't make money. Right. And that's why you have to learn it. So we somehow have to get this into curriculums and now see, this is what keeps me going so much because how it can change people's lives, and it's already there. We don't have to vote for anybody. We don't have to know no shit at all. Use the stuff that we have and not say somebody else is going to promise us help when there's so much help already. Yeah, that is not used. I mean, I see data all the time where 20, 30, 40% of the people eligible for programs aren't applying to the ones they're eligible for and can get right now. Yeah. Well, you're feeding them well. Good.
That's incredible. This is Matthew Lesko, y'all. This is huge. You've been doing this for 40 plus years.
Yeah, I'm 50. Yeah.
You look good. You look good. How has the landscape of accessing grants changed for people? Has it become more difficult? Has it been less circulation of money? Because back in the commercial, you were giving people access to 40,000, 50,000. Is there less money available now?
Oh, it grows every year, no matter who's in town, no matter what. It just grows because
more money.
We don't get rid of old programs. we have all these programs. Somebody comes in, a new politician. Oh, we need this program. So that goes on top of the other. It just grows. This is why we have the debt. But that's not your problem. Your problem is to improve your life now. You're going to solve the debt problem. You won't live that long. So it's important that people take advantage of what is there that you paid for. And it's so important, I feel. And it grows. What has changed? The programs have not changed. How to get them has not changed. What has changed is the media and distribution system. And that's why I was out of business for a couple of years. When people stopped buying reference books, that's how people learned. I would write a book and sell a book. Okay, nobody's going to buy my reference books once the internet came. So it took me a number of years to figure out how I can make a living with this information. I always knew it was of value to people. So that was not the issue, but how people buy information changed. Look, we don't have 3 network television stations anymore, right?
We have dozens, yeah.
Right, exactly. So that's what changed. So there's the communication part, educating people and what they're buying. So I stumbled into a community that this is how people learn, and it's the best thing I've ever done in my 50 years of business. It's the most profitable thing I've done, and I only charge $20. And they're getting personal help, and it's people helping people. It's other people who've learned how to do this, and they go in the website. I think I sent you I hope free access. If not, have Kat send you. You're welcome to use the service for free. So you can see how it's done and how people help each other, and people, we show love. I mean, that's all I want to do until I die. How much I could, it's really, how much can I love before I die? I mean, what else am I going to stack up toys in the attic or something?
Stack your suit jacket. You can stack
right,
up the
exactly. Well, now I'm not giving up that. I'm just thinking about ordering another one or two. But I got that down so cheap, man. And it's so funny, when I first ordered them this way, like this suit, I ordered it online for a company, made it, and it came in, and it came from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. I said, holy shit. 50 years ago, they were trying to kill my ass. Now they're making my suits. I was in the Vietnam War. Yeah.
You're a veteran.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you for your service, sir. I didn't know that.
thank you.
It was cool. I mean, I hated it. I hate being told what to do. So it was like being in jail. But I never had more responsibility again for the rest of my life. And a young person, and sent me, because I snuck through undergraduate, barely got out of there. And they were gearing up for the war. Because I had a degree, they sent me to the OCS, made me an officer, and went to the South China Seas and drive around billion-dollar ships. Man, I was a kid, 22 years old. Then after that, they made me a diplomatic courier. So I was a gun. I had a gun and packages. I'd travel on commercial airlines all over. I mean, craysy.
Protecting high-level officials, or
no, just delivering mail. Top secret. I was a mailman with a gun.
That is incredible. Again, thank you for your service. Thank you for serving our country. That is phenomenal. I had no idea. Who would ever thought I would be talking to an incredible man, one of my favorite people on the planet. And just sharing knowledge and gaining insight into your incredible mind. You have been serving for a really long time. You've been giving back in so many ways. You have Zoom calls that also help people prepare for grants, get to know grants. We have a clip here. We have a clip here to play.
You realize seniors, you're considered a senior by the government at 40 years old. That's right. You're a senior. Man, that's half a lifetime ago for me. Free college tuition just because you're a senior. Free living expenses and tax forgiveness because you're a senior. Okay, I'm going to give you a free report too, and I'll give it for every state in the country. So you have a listing of all the programs that are just for seniors and actually for people with disability. Okay, and I just put in seniors. Look at this. 677 sources of free money and help for seniors, just in one zip code alone. There's so much good help out there, and the people really need it don't know. The rich people know. They're getting it. So that's why you have to dig into this. They're for everybody, but you have to know about them. So let me tell you about them, okay? Because I love telling people where to go.
You have been giving for a long time. You've been giving and giving and giving.
It's sweet of you to say. I don't consider what younger, I wanted to be special, but I never thought, because we are all striving when we're younger, trying to find something. And now that it's different at 80. I mean, I having more fun now than ever in my life. Man, I keep saying, if I knew 80 was going to be this fun, I'd get here sooner.
You said what? It's the opposite for me. You are living your best life. And again, you look great. You're fantastic. And you have a true heart of gold. And I thank you for what you do. And because I myself have been intimidated by finding grants for my small business and the numerous businesses. Karmea, you ever apply for a grant, Karmea?
Yes, but after I knew about all this stuff, I would never apply before. I didn't know, but now I do. But here, let me show you one more place, so make sure you don't drop me off before I help your business. Okay, go to SBA.gov.
SBA.
We're not going to tell you to go to the SBA, but we want to use a database they have. And that's SBA.gov/local-assistance. SBA.gov/local-assistance. Okay, you there?
Yes.
Okay. Going to ask for you got it, Karma?
SBA.
There's always somebody behind, that.
No, she wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting it. I got it up, Karmea.
Okay. It's SB as in boy, not P as in Paul. Got it.
Okay, you got it. Okay, now put in your zip code there. Go down a little bit.
Go down. Oh, okay.
There. Okay, then put in your zip code.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, put fine. Okay, now this is how to find money. You don't go looking for a grant. Never say you want money. Say you want help. I need help for my business. Okay. Now these organizations, go down. Let's see how many we have here. You have 7. So you have 7 organizations, nonprofit organizations, will not charge you any money, that their mission in life is to help anybody in their zip code start a business or expand a business or an invention or a nonprofit or freelance at home, anything that's going to make you money. And you make appointments. This is how best way to use this is you call a handful of them and make an appointment with a handful of them, because everybody has different skills and options and stuff like that. Now, their job is to help you think through your business and help you find money for your business, help you find legal help for your business, help you find technical help if you need for your business, help you get out of debt for your business, if you want anything to do with your business. And they're free. So instead of going around in circles in Google, you go here, talk to them, and they'll cut through. Okay, because they're going to know the major stuff already. So you don't have, and any place you go for help, and they say, no, we can't help you, ask them, where else can you suggest I go? And that's what it is, because they're in this business. They're going to know more people than you and I would ever know, such as me. I don't live where you do. So you got to talk to people who are in the business helping people like you. That's why Google is just a nightmare. It's a fire hose, and experts know better. Sort of like, I don't know actually what both of you guys do, but whatever. What is your expertise? Either one of you, both. What is it?
Ladies first, Karmea.
Oh, your expertise is ladies?
No. Off the market.
Old man jokes. Pardon me, Karma?
For me, I am a plus size model. I also I'm an actress as well.
Okay.
And I also dilly-dally with influencing.
Oh, right. Wonderful.
So I jump in between multiple things.
Okay. So now let's say, you're influencer or whatever. So if you just got up in the morning say, I want to be an influencer, what would you do? You go to Google and put in influencer, right? And you would get 500 billion websites that tell you be okay. Now, if I found you, you would know what doesn't work because you probably tried them all already, right?
Right.
And you know the better things that will work or the more possibilities of working. So buttonholing you is worth, probably 2 months on Google.
That's true.
To get rid of all that stuff. That's why people now are becoming more important than anything on the internet. But I tell you what I see that may change this is AI. Because AI does not have ads. And it's like what research was when I started. Like when I started doing research or whatever, I had to go to the library. That's where you went. And nobody in the library sold me breast enlargement things or
BBLs.
Right? Anything, and so it was all real stuff, books and articles and real information, legitimate stuff. Now that's not what Google is, but AI still is, because nothing in AI will sell you. So I could go, and I do this a lot because just to show people that if you go to AI and put in, give me 25, you want to do this? Oh, are you guys on Chat GPT at all or not?
I am not.
Yes.
You are, Karma?
I can go to the app. I have a Chat GPT app.
Okay. Put this in. List 25 sources from government offices and nonprofit organizations. You have to say those two because they're the people who give money, that have money to start a business. Does that? I don't see what it looks like. I probably said something stupid.
There's 25 sources from government offices and nonprofit organizations.
Yeah, then money to start a business.
Please excuse me, you guys. I'm
You're
making sure
fine.
I'm very direct.
That's okay.
Oh, okay. It's listing them out.
It is, see, and every one of those, at least every time I look at, I know most of these organizations anyway, so I know there. And you could put in websites, so add websites, or maybe they add that websites automatically, maybe not, but you could do it again. You could just put add websites to the above list or something like that, and you'll get the websites. See, now every one of those are legitimate organizations, and you have to call them to see if they could help you, and if not, where else should you go? That's why don't call and ask for money, because a lot of them don't have money, but they have the expertise to help you get the money.
How many came up, Karmea?
Oh, I asked for 25.
Yeah. Put 25 more, and you'll get 25 more.
Wow.
See?
What's the top one, Karmea? What's the first one that it says off?
I'm asking for 25 more and give and list contact information.
Right.
Okay. Is it going to do it? Is it going to do it? It's going to do it.
So Mr. Lesko, you see AI as a benefit to
so
finding.
Far, but they're not. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was going to ask you guys the first question, because once it gets going, you can stop the generating, but I want the system to finish its thought process.
Okay, good.
So the first one that it came up with was the Small Business Administration, SBA.
Okay.
It split them up by the government sources, and then it went down, and then it gave the nonprofit.
Oh, really? How cool.
So for the first two, it gave for government sources was SBA, which is Small Business Administration, and the other was U.S. Department of Agriculture.
Okay. And then for nonprofit?
For nonprofit, let me go down because it really listed. For nonprofit, the first one it gave was SCORE.
Okay.
SCORE offers free consulting and mentoring services. Some local chapters have grant programs. And
Right.
Kiva, never heard of these before.
Kiva's wonderful. Yeah, they have money.
A nonprofit organization that offers interest-free loans funded by individual lenders.
Right. Yeah. So
Mr. Lesko, these are legitimate organizations. These aren't scams.
No,
how can people prevent being scammed with grants and submitting their information? Can you give some tips or strategies?
Well, on these, if you put legitimate, first of all, don't pay money. If you want a grant, never pay anybody money for an application, because the real ones don't. And that's why it's so hard. And that's why you get sucked in so easy. You don't stand a chance in Google, because it's so easy to do market research and find out what people buy. Because before the internet, the only way to find out what motivates people to buy is like if it was direct mail or advertisement. So you have to buy an ad, see what that doesn't work. Then you put another ad up and see them. On the internet, I could do 500 ads today and see which one is best. Yeah. So it's easy to find out what, makes you part with your money.
What about grant writers? Should I hire a grant writer?
No, you never need one.
Never need a grant writer.
You might. I mean,
yes, sir.
But you shouldn't. And to me, if the out chance that you do, for personal and small business, it's just 2-3 pages at most, fill in the blanks. And if you need help with that, they help you for free. And that's why people think they need a grant writer. They go out and buy a grant writer and then look for a grant. That's like buying a prom dress before you're invited to the prom.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, right.
Karmea, it looked like you did it.
What we're not gonna do is do that. I'm gonna still go with or without somebody. I always had a date, but I'm gonna still go and be prepared to go.
Right. But if if it comes to that, then you worry about it. And actually, most government offices and nonprofit help you with the application. That's their job too. Yeah.
Yes.
Speaking of grants, speaking of money, we got bills to pay. You guys don't go anywhere. We got commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Baby Gear Services DMV specializes in high-quality baby gear rentals in the Maryland and DC metro area. We have a wide range of baby gear items for rent, including wooden cribs, car seats, high chairs, and more. We also offer seasonal specials and free delivery. Our prices are very versatile to cover every budget. Wooden cribs start at $17 a day, high chairs and even car seats start at $5 a day. Check out our website, www.bgsdmv.com.
Elevate your wardrobe with a custom-tailored suit jackets from Alex Rose. Experience the luxury of bespoke fashion, where every detail is crafted to perfection. A tailored suit jackets from Alex Rose is more than just clothing. It's a statement of sophistication and individuality. Why choose Alex Rose? 1. Perfect fit. Tailored to your exact measurements, ensuring unmatched comfort and style. 2. Premium quality. Only the finest fabrics are used, offering durability and a luxurious feel. 3. Personalised service. Enjoy a consultation with expert tailors who understand your preferences and style. 4. Unique design. Stand out with a suit that is uniquely yours, designed to reflect your personality and taste. 5. Long-term investment. A well-crafted suit is a timeless addition to your wardrobe, perfect for any occasion. Discover the confidence and elegance that comes with a custom-tailored suit jackets from Alex Rose. Visit Alex Rose to start your bespoke journey today. Happy suiting up. alexrose.uk.
We are back to the Gentleman Style Podcast Show. And we have the incredible, amazing Matthew Lesko, who has been helping people, helping small business get access. He's helping everybody, not just businesses, because there's money for all of us. There's money for housing. There's money for job training, not jobs, right? Don't just sit there and say, I work a job, but I need money. There's money for job training, which actually leads to money. And he has been helping people for over 40 plus years. He's on the Gentleman Style Podcast show with me and Karmea Wells, spilling the tea. An incredible mind. He has an incredible brain, and just giving information all around. This has been an epic episode. Epic episode. Mr. You touched on earlier that, hey, people don't need grant writers, but what about a business plan? Should I have a business plan drawn up before I apply for a grant?
Well, you may not need a grant. You may not need a business plan. I mean, depending on the business.
Yeah.
And that's why you make an appointment with the mentors that you go through all that process with. Because truthfully, I mean, my first two businesses, because I'm an MBA, I got a business plan, I got grants, I got all that stuff, and they all failed. And the third business, I figured out, I mean, who won? After I bought all that stuff, the people I bought that stuff are the winners, and I still didn't have a good business. I feel, and this is a biased point of view, that your success in any kind of business is not dependent on if you're an LLC or what kind of website you have or what kind of business card or office space. None of that determines your success except having a customer. That's the key. And most people spend all the money and time buying all this other stuff that has nothing to do with finding out how to get customers. So it's sort of like, you in the radio business, is that right? I'm not sure really how you distribute or whatever, but you could do a radio station now, anybody, you open up your laptop and you got a radio station, right? And so that's easy to do. Who's going to watch it? True. If you don't have customers, you don't really have a radio station. If you don't have customers, you really don't have a business.
I'm just talking to myself.
Yeah, right, exactly. And so that's why if you went through all the legal stuff, that's why don't become an LLC. Don't even all the other stuff they need, unless like maybe a restaurant, you need to, the food people will be after you if you don't get some kind of license, but you don't have to, because it'll take a government agency 3 years to find you. True. And most businesses won't even be here for 3 years. So,
average businesses fail within 5.
All right. So why bother doing all that, wasting all that time and money and doing all this stuff that people tell you to do? And the people tell you are lawyers and accountants. And so you don't need them.
I was just about to say that lawyers and accountants tell you, hey, the IRS don't come for you. Big Brother's always watching. Well,
that doesn't matter because you're going to pay taxes, but you don't have any money. Who the hell cares?
What is the most surprising thing that you have found? And it's probably dozens, right? But what's one thing that you found that was surprising? What's the most surprising grant or benefit you've come across in your career?
Here's one today I just found out. I look for them all the time. You could get, Colorado is giving $200,000 grant.
Colorado.
For you to buy your boss's business.
What?
Right.
What?
Exactly. Stop playing.
I'm moving to Colorado.
Exactly.
I'm moving to Colorado.
There's so many people are retiring. They're probably people my age, baby boomers or whatever. And they have these small businesses that are profitable and everything. And the people don't have money to buy the business and transfer it to the owners and workers. So they have a grant for $200,000 to do that. I mean, isn't that killer? Well, here's another one, even for individuals. Wilmington, North Carolina now, because of increase in rents, is giving an extra $1,000 a month rent to people whose rent have increased, and they'll do that for 6 months. And your income can be up to $75,000 a year to get an extra $1,000 to pay any income you have in your rent, any increase in your rent.
So that's an extra $1,000 for 6 months. That's $6,000, and I'm not in the poverty line. I'm making.
Right.
I can make 70.
That's what I mean. Poverty. I used to thought it was a poverty line. Poverty line is nonsense. There's some programs, of course, for that. But now most poverty lines will be 40, 50 grand, kind of thing. But now even those for like childcare, that'd be $100,000 and $200,000 income for help with childcare. I mean, it's crazy. Buying a home, $150,000 income will get you an extra $100,000 grant for down payment, on a house. Yeah, it's just mind-boggling. You can't make this up. That's why I can't make any of this up. I go and look at real programs, and they're better things than I can make up for advertising.
I'm being selfish right now, but is there grants for starting a radio show? Have you ever seen that? Ever come across it?
That used to be, you couldn't because the SBA never gave you money to do that because it's you may be political. So anything with commentary they couldn't. But forget about that. These radio stations aren't like that. Radio doesn't. No, I wouldn't. What I would do is call 2 or 3 of those people, the SBA.gov, make an appointment. And, hey, I want to grow this. And that's the thing. The other thing is keep in your pocket is the number to your senators and congressmen, because they can get you stuff. And they all work differently and you never know, but they brag how much money they got for people in their, constituents, because see, if they get you 10 grand or something, what did I say? Oh, no, that's a farm. If they get you 10 grand, you're going to vote for that son of a bitch no matter what they do.
You're going to vote because, hey, he gave me 10 grand. Let me just fill out this 2026 ballot.
That loyalty sometimes is a little different when money's on the line.
That's right. So that's why they brag about this and they want you to use them and everything. I think what's best for them is when you have trouble. Say you have trying to get a grant or loan from somebody and it's stuck and you can't get it unstuck or some kind of benefit. They could call a back office number and get that unstuck very quickly. Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Mr. Lesko, I feel like this would be Matthew, forgive me. It's respect. It's a respect habit. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Matthew, sir, this is huge. I feel like the PPP loan is a contradiction to everything you do. Was the PPP loan stimulus money something people really needed with all this floating cash around? Was there a dip in decrease in money?
That was a lot of money. They gave me $20,000 and I didn't need it.
Wow.
So what I did was give it to my members. And that started me giving grants to members. And, if I give it back to the government, who knows? It's not going to affect anything. I like to affect people's lives. And so I started
gave away the money to your members?
Yeah.
Wow.
I gave it out to $1,000 or $500. You give me one sentence on why you need $1,000. And then we picked them out. And now that has grown to $70,000 a month. Every month we give back to members in 4 different grants. We have one for you could do anything with. And then on the 15th, we give you $500 for people who need help with car repair. On the 20th, on the 15th, we give $15,000 for car repair. On the 20th, we give $20,000 for rent and stuff like that. And on the 30th, we give out 30 free laptop computers. Because you really need so many people trying to do it on their phone, and it's tough. But you did that, Karma, right? Just now, were you using your phone?
Yes.
Yeah. But you guys start filling out forms, and you just get killed using the phone. So,
I have heard that when you receive the money, I guess it doesn't matter, right? Because it's a grant. But exactly. I heard that you need a manager with the money so that they don't come and get you and make sure you do an audit. and make sure you use the money for what it was intended for. Like if you give me $1,000 for rent and I still get evicted, then that money was a waste, right? Aren't there people I should hire to help me manage the money effectively?
Never, unless they tell you to.
Okay.
See, whatever you say about a government money program is right. So somebody could show an example, and there are some programs like that. Money they give to nonprofits or whatever to do stuff. They want to make sure you got a report at the end or whatever. But the money we're talking about, none of that will happen, and you don't have to do any of that. And it's all different. So you find out from the people who give the money. They're the only people that know. Anybody who says you have to do this with every government grant, that's stupid. Because there's millions of different applications and everyone is different. So that's it. We live on a little bit of information and don't know. So you want the true answer from something, you call the person giving out the money. They're the only people who give you the truth. Other hucksters, even like me and the middleman, we're just guessing. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
Matthew, can you first off, it was very powerful to hear, and again, this speaks to the nature and the heart of who you are. That you took the money and then gave it to your members to help them in a time of need. So that's powerful. Can you share another story? Because you have thousands of members.
Yeah.
Lots of members, probably more than that. But can you share a story of one of your members in a small business that was significantly impacted or benefited from a government grant and how it helped them change their business? Can you share another success story for us?
It happens. As you were saying that, we have a member who figured out how to get money from a government grant after they say no. And see, what people don't realize, anytime the government says no, you have the right to appeal. And this person helps you write a letter to an appeal process, and she's getting 50% of the people she wrote letters for or helped them write letters for it, got their money. I mean, to me, that's astounding. Who would have thought that you could write a letter and get the government to change their mind? See, that's why you own the government. One of your questions is, how can you do this? The government is an open book. It has to be to everybody who lives here. So, and they have more oversight. If Chase Bank says you don't get it, there's no one you could write to in Chase Bank.
That's true. The denial is the denial.
Right, exactly. Here, it's not denial. And rent grant money. She got so many people with rent grant money who were said no, and really hundreds of thousands of dollars in total she was able to get for these people. It's please, I'm just trying to get people to realize this stuff is there and you have to start learning and failing. I mean, nothing happens, just by you making a phone call or you filling out a form. If it was that easy, nobody would have any problems in life, right?
That's true. Speaking of easy, what is the biggest obstacle you and your company, you and your team find when trying to share this knowledge? What is something that you see people time and time? Because you give this information so willingly, right? You've written I think it's 10 plus books.
Yeah, no.
About
10 made money. I've written 100, but only 10 made money.
10 made money. 100 over 100 plus books on how to access this money.
Right.
What has been an obstacle for you in getting this knowledge to people? What are people struggling with?
I fight that every day, trying to learn. This is why I'm doing a podcast, trying to learn from you. What is in your mind about this? See, I've been studying for 50 years, so I didn't even know those questions to ask. And that's why members that help members are better to help members than me, because I know too much and I can't empathize with somebody just starting out and it has questions that I answered in my head 50 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. So they could help better than I can. And that's it. Now, to me, as a marketing, I really, what's the stumble? And that's why getting to talk to people like you and how you're thinking. And so it still is like Google. You're there for Google. And that still is the hurdle I have to figure out how to get past. A lot of it is what we're trained that we think the government is. And so getting into that brain of what their picture of the government is and trying to change that. And then what are the magic words or presentations? Like now, watching your face, when I put on findhelp.org, see, I've been saying that for years, but to see your face of amazement when you see that, it is worth millions to me. It proves to me that how much harder I have to work. Of a smart people like you, are so amazed, and I could see that and feel that. Boy, you're going to get me up earlier tomorrow. We all want to love people, right? We all want to make love people. And that's what you're showing me. And so that opens my heart more to try to love more people. Yeah. If you get negative feedback, you get slapped in the face.
We're going to still keep going.
Right. You have to.
We're going to still keep going. I have found people whenever I talk about the podcast, whenever I share experts like yourself, professionals who give all the time, people don't believe me. What? There's no one talking about grants. It's all FUPA. It's all, I got to pay him $5,000 to get the knowledge. But there's actual people living and breathing that have this knowledge. And people still get shocked when I talk about the podcast and they're like, what? You had someone come on here and talk about grants? You free grants, free money, job opportunities, job training for free? Yes, we did. Karmea and I did the work and we found these people. They don't believe it. They don't believe it.
Well, we're all skeptics, because of all the crap that's on Google. And nothing works. And so the good people, and that's a third of our economy. See, the 2/3 everybody knows about. We don't know about that third or trained to understand it.
That's true.
How much do you have to pay all those people?
It's pro bono. It's all pro bono. We at the end of the year, it's Christmas. It's just giving time.
They get a turkey.
a turkey, a ham, a holiday ham. Mr. Lesko, you have shared so many nuggets this episode. You've shared so much insight, so much wisdom, so much expertise. If you had one more piece of advice you'd give to someone seeking financial support for the first time, what would you tell that young girl, that young boy out in the audience right now?
Your heart's smarter than your brain. You gotta trust your heart, man.
Trust your heart. Trust your heart, y'all. This is incredible. Mr. Matthew, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving back in this way. How can people connect with you? How can people find you? How can people get on board this train?
LeskoHelp.com, or on YouTube, it's youtube.com/Matthew Lesko. So that's the free one. The other one is $20.
Absolutely. $20 is not bad, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all spend that on some Starbucks.
Exactly.
And they no grant for Starbucks. Right. I looked. I checked on the website.
I've gotten so many free cups of coffee at Starbucks because of my question mark suit. They didn't even know me. It just makes people smile.
And it's trademark. I heard it's actually copyrighted, y'all. You cannot get the question mark suit. So it's get your own. Get your own.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Karmea and Marcus. Pleasure, and you taught me a lot too.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Karmea, you got anything for our audience?
I just love the information that we was able to get today. It's a lot of information, but we was able to get some good points just to get started.
All right.
And just, I know that there's a lot of people like ourselves that whether it's for personal or a lot of small business owners that's trying to become large businesses, or maybe just stay a small one that's trying to get started. And the information's out here. Let's get to it. Let's get to work.
Absolutely. Good.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. I can't come behind these two fantastic people. It has been, get out there, y'all. Get started. Get connected. Check Mr. Matthew Lesko out and get on board. It's not too late. It's the money pile is piling up. So use it and start that business. If you in, I think what he said, Ohio, California, get in Colorado, get to Colorado and buy that business today. We got to let this man go. Like we end every show. Take care of your friends, take care of your family, and always take care of business. This is Marcus, your favorite gentleman, and
Karmea Wells, the unorthodox Southern Belle,
and
Matthew Lesko. Bye.
Signing off. Love you guys.